Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being with me again in this live section. Welcome back, and thank you for staying with me in this live section. So let's dive into the topic we really have today. So we're going to be talking about why Nigeria should comply to Kenya's court order. Like you guys are aware that Kenya gave an court order that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. Why? Because he was illegally abducted from Kenya. Kenya court went ahead to blame the Kenya government as well as Nigerian government for the way they violated Mr. Kanu's rights and other things, his violation of his rights, the way they did not give him freedom of speech. So remember that the Kenya court blamed the Nigerian government. So what are we here to talk about today? We're here to talk about today the reason why Nigeria should comply to Kenya court. That is what we're here to talk about today. So guys, just relax. Let us really dive into what this topic is all about. So the first thing is I'm going to be giving you guys 10 reasons why Nigeria should comply to Kenya court order, because if they don't comply, there's going to be trouble. If Nigeria does not comply to Kenya court order, there will be serious trouble. So let's dive in. The first reason why Nigeria should be ready to comply to Kenya court order is because of respect for international law. Now, let me say this. When the Kenya court ruled that Nnamdi Kanu was illegally abducted, they were calling out a serious violation of international law. Nigeria must obey to show it plays by the rule. Because you guys remember when the Kenya court ruled that Nnamdi Kanu was illegally abducted, they were saying that it was violation of international law and also violation of his rights. So Nigeria must obey to show it plays by the rules. So secondly is protect Nigeria's global image. Refusing the order makes Nigeria look lawless. Obeying it, that shows leadership, maturity, and global responsibility. Now, let us elaborate more here. Protect Nigeria global image. Many countries have already seen that Nigeria is a lawless country. They all know that Nigeria does not make sense. Nigeria is a lawless country. Now imagine if Nigeria does not comply to Kenya's court order. It's going to show the whole world more that these people are even lawless. Self. If they don't obey what Kenya said, it will show to the whole world that so true, this country is So guys, sorry for that network issue. So let us actually dive in to what we're really talking about. Don't miss any part of what is going on here. So let's dive in again. It says that the second thing I told you guys is that if Nigeria refuses to obey Kenya court, it's going to show the whole world how lawless Nigeria is. So if they obey it, it's going to tell the whole world that oh, so all the things they were saying about Nigeria is a lie. Nigeria is a kind of country that has good leadership. That is, if only they obey Kenya's courts. So I remember I told you guys that if anything, like Nnamdi Kanu has seen an opportunity on how to be freed. Like this is an opportunity for Nnamdi Kanu to leave detention based on this Kenyan court order. Because Kenya have already said that the abduction of Nnamdi Kanu is a violation of international rights as well as his human rights. So if the Kenya court can give this kind of judgment, and when it now comes to James Omotoshaw's side, he doesn't say the exact thing, he doesn't say the truth, there's going to be a big problem. Yes, there will be a big problem in court. So, like I told you guys, refusing the order makes Nigeria look lawless. Obeying it makes leadership, good, maturity, and global responsibility. That is how they will be looking at Nigeria. So, please, still stay with me. Let's take a look at the third reason. I told you guys that if Nigeria refuses to comply to Kenya court order, there will be serious problem. So, keep good ties with Kenya. You guys know that Kenya is our African brother. So ignoring their courts could mess up their friendship and bring diplomatic drama. No one wants that, right? You guys know that Nigeria and Kenya are they're just like brothers. The same Africa. So if the Nigeria refuse to obey their court order, it could bring mess to their friendship. Yes, could bring mess between their friendship. You guys know it's African country, so it's going to bring mess between their friendship and also bring diplomatic drama. Kenya will be feeling that, oh, the Nigeria does not want to listen to the order. It will be bringing so many dramas, and it may even lead to another thing. Yes, it may lead to another thing. It may lead to, let me say, for example, maybe war between the two African countries because Nigeria has refused to obey their court order. Now, people will be feeling that, Kenyans will be feeling that, oh, Nigeria doesn't respect them. You get? So this is another thing, which I feel that if Nigeria is not ready to comply, there's a serious problem. So let's take a look at the next reason I told you guys. Is led by example in Africa. If Nigeria follows the law, other African countries will too. Let's lead the content with justice and not jungle tactics. If Nigeria start following the law now, let me break it down for you guys. If Nigeria start following the law, other Africans will too. It's just like setting an example that, oh, okay, let's set the example. Let's show this country that, oh, we have law in our country. Okay, let me give you guys an example. You guys know the time many Nigerians were asking the Finland government to extradite Simon Ekpa, that they should extradite Simon Ekpa. If what happened till now, Simon Ekpa has not been brought back to Nigeria. Good. This is an example of a country that has laws, that laws are ruling them. Finland is an example of a country that have laws that are ruling them, just like America, England, and all the rest. These people have laws that are ruling them. Now, Finland is not Kenya, that is lawless, because for them to even adopt Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya so easily like that, it shows that Kenya is lawless. So I think that the reason why Kenya came out to make that demand that they did, because maybe they have found out that, oh, what they did is very wrong. So they came out to tell us that, oh, Kenya, they came out to give us court order that what Nigerian government did and Kenya government did is illegal by trying to adopt an innocent man. This is a way of violating international law and also his rights. So, like I told you guys, lead by example in Africa. If Nigeria can obey the court order, if only Nigeria can obey the court order of Kenya court, it will lead by example. What do I mean by will lead the example? If other African countries see that, oh, Nigeria has done this, they want to follow. So let us lead the continent with justice and not jungle tactics. So the next reason I told you guys, please stay with me. The next reason I told you guys is avoid sanctions. Disobeying a court ruling can bring international sanctions. This means economic problems, travel bans, and more headaches. Better to obey than to suffer. Good. So like I told you guys before, that Nigeria needs to obey them. This is the reason why I say so. If they don't obey them, it's that Kenya is also an African country, so it may actually bring problem between the two people. It may bring diplomatic dramas, and they may feel disrespected. And also, disobeying a court ruling can bring international sanctions. Maybe now, if Nigeria government does not obey what the Kenyan court has given, it means that there will be an economic problem as well as travel bans. Maybe if any of our citizens want to go to Kenya, they will give them a travel ban because of what Nigeria did. Nigeria did not listen to them. And also, it may cause more headache. So it's not better to obey than to suffer, and to avoid all this unnecessary drama, to avoid travel bans, to avoid international sanctions, to avoid economic problems. All those headache, it's not better to obey than to suffer. So guys, the next one I told you guys is Nigerians are watching. Good. So let me break it down for you guys. Millions of people are watching this case. So obedience to the court can restore public trust and calm rising tensions. Just like I used to tell Nigerians that anything going on in Nigeria, many people are watching. So don't think it's only Nigerians that are watching. The foreigners are watching what is going on. Oh, they're seeing that, oh, so this is how they're not treating Mazen Kanu. Oh, this is an unfair treatment. So just like the time that last time he was in court, you notice they brought an American observer to come and observe the way Mazen Kanu's trial was going. If the judge was actually giving a good judgment or not. So, like I told you guys, many people are watching, same as the way they are watching the insecurity in Nigeria, but people don't even understand. Yes, many people are watching the insecurity in Nigeria. That's why you can see a country, before any citizen of another country, like foreigners, so they will go to another country, they will tell you that, oh, I can't go to Nigeria. There's so many insecurity in Nigeria. Just the way I told you guys, millions of people are watching. So if they refuse to obey the Kenya court order, and it's going to, if they refuse to obey it, it's going to make people lack trust on them. So in order for trust, they need to obey the courts and restore public trust and calm rising tensions. So let me tell you guys the next reason I told you that if the Nigeria government does not obey Kenya courts, there will be kasala. So another thing is human rights matter. Kanu's right was violated. No trial, no process, just snatched. Nigeria needs to correct that to show it respects human rights for all, not just for some. Good. So in this case now, you guys are aware that, oh, his right was violated because of his illegal abduction. So the his right was violated. No trial, no process. He was just not like that. So Nigerian government needs to correct that. Yes, they need to show to the whole world, to the public, that, oh, we respect human rights. Because the way people are taking Nigeria now is that they're seeing Nigeria as a country who does not respect their human rights. They don't respect people's human rights. So that's the way they're seeing Nigeria. So the next thing is stop future illegal abductions. If this stands, any government could kidnap people without law. That's dangerous. Obeying the court helps stop that from becoming the norm. Because imagine the government, they went to Kenya and adopted Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. It shows that, oh, if they don't stop this thing now, any government can come and kidnap people without law tomorrow. By the way, they will say, by the way, Nigerian government kidnapped Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and nothing happened. So if they stop it now, the better for them. Because if not, they're throwing a bad image outside there to the public and to every other people. So choose dialogue and not force. That is the next reason. So this is a chance to show we believe in solving problems through dialogue and justice, and not violence or shortcuts. So if we tell the public now that if Nigeria can actually obey Kenya's court order, so it's going to be like, okay, they're going to be telling the public that, oh, we don't solve problems with violence or shortcuts. We solve it through dialogue. But if they don't obey Kenya court order, it will give people out there the impression that, oh, Nigeria actually solves their problem with violence. Everything about them is violence. So they need to obey Kenya's court order, because everybody is watching. Now, the last one I will say but here is, they should do the right thing at the end of the day. It's about doing what is right. Own up, make it right, show the world that Nigeria stands for truth and justice. Because if they don't actually tell the world that, okay, we stand for truth and justice, things will go wrong. Yes, things will go wrong. things will really go wrong in Nigeria. People will see Nigeria as a country that is lawless, that don't have respect for their human rights. And I'm sure you guys know what it means. And also, I know that Nigeria would not want to Nigeria wouldn't want to mess up with Kenya's bans. They won't want a sanction from Kenya, because me, what of me if any of our citizens wants to go there? So they won't want it. They won't want it. So, legal mistake must be corrected. Let's be honest. What happened to Nnamdi Kanu was a legal blunder. Even governments make mistakes, but greatness is in fixing those mistakes. This is Nigeria's chance to correct it. Yes, the government makes mistakes, and you guys know that what happened to Nnamdi Kanu was a legal blunder. So even governments, they make their mistakes too. But what is the greatness there? The greatness there is fixing those mistakes. This is Nigeria's chance to correct whatever mistake they have made now. And if they don't correct it, they will throw a bad image there. If Nigeria believes in its own constitution, then it must follow legal proceedings. Abductions without due process go against the same constitution the government swore to protect. The government swore to protect the constitution. Now they are going against it by illegally adopting a citizen of Nigeria. It's so bad. So if Nigeria keeps ignoring rulings like this, it could lose more cases internationally, and every sorry for that network issue. That is how network has been stopping today. So let's really still dive on what we are saying. Please stay with me and don't forget to note all these reasons down. So the next one here is like the if this case has already caused tension, because you guys know that this case has already caused tension in the southeast. Yes, everybody is not like, oh, when is Nnamdi Kanu going to be released? Well, when will they release this innocent man? So because of that tension alone, complying with the court ruling could ease tempers and create room for peaceful dialogue in southeast. Yes, cases like this shows where Nigerian justice system needs to work. Obeying the ruling can spark reform and create better protections for everyone, north, south, east, and west, if only they obey Kenya court order. It's going to, if they can obey it, it can reform and create better protections for everyone. So another thing, people are losing trust in government. But following this court order, following Kenya's court order, can prove that the government still listens, respect law, and does not abuse power. Let's face it, if the government breaks the law and goes free, it sends a dangerous message, right? So obeying the court shows that even government actions must be lawful. Yes, even government actions must be lawful. So by respecting the Kenya ruling, Nigeria strengthens legal unity in Africa and supports the idea of an African legal system that works for all. That is only if they obey the Kenya ruling. A strong nation accepts feedback and adjusts. Obeying this order shows Nigeria can take criticism, reflect, and change course, just like a true leader. But if they don't obey, if they don't accept the fact that, oh, they did a mistake and they need to adjust, then there's a big problem. Instead of violence and arrest, this opens doors for talks and peaceful resolutions to national issues. That's what every Nigeria should want. Instead of violence, instead of all these things that are doing, this opens doors for talks, peaceful resolutions to national issues. That's what every Nigeria should want. So, guys, I want you guys to actually listen to what this man have to say based on Nnamdi Kanu's case and the way he was illegally abducted. Guys, just listen to this and I'll be right back, guys.
Why is Nnamdi Kanu still in prison? Can anybody tell me why? Why do you lock him? Since you lock him up, what differences does he make? When Nnamdi Kanu was in London, Nigeria said this guy was the problem of Nigeria. This guy was the problem of insecurity. Now you got him about 5 years ago. Has that problem stopped? And who actually tell you that if Simon Ekpa is being silent right now, the problem will stop? These are problems that is created by the ruling class, by the governors, by the admin, by subsequent government to siphon money. It's just like a typical example of what is happening in the northern part of Nigeria. Do you actually believe there's anything called Boko Haram? There's nothing like that. That's the government sponsor agent. We all know it. Do you believe that Zamfara State, those territory that is being taken over by Boko Haram, is Boko Haram? No, it is government that is controlling the land because there are raw mineral resources in that area that need to be taken and they don't want any external body to near that place. During Buhari time, in the height of insecurity, German foreign minister came to the north and she went into the bush. I will find the video and show you. The lady traveled to Nigeria with her own security. What is German foreign minister doing in Zamfara forest? Can you actually tell me what is she doing there with her own security? Is because they came to secure their own property, which is the gold that is being mined in those areas. So they make sure that nobody near that area. They destroy villages, they clear every land, and they concentrate. Then they tell you insecurity, insecurity, insecurity. It is all a joke, okay? Our people has become commodity in the hand of government, and Tinubu is not different. Those are just the fact. So now you are blaming Simon Ekpa. Stay far away in Finland. Far away in Finland, you are thinking this is the guy that you need to arrest to stop insecurity. And I see a lot of Igbo leaders telling that they can't go to their village because of Simon Ekpa. So it is good they arrest him. Okay, I wish you luck with that. But I want to guarantee you there are 100 Simon Ekpa in waiting. As soon as that guy is silent, another one will rise up again. The only way you can clear this problem is fighting corruption and be willing to govern your people very well. As long as you neglect that particular important part of governorship, then you always have a problem. For me, Simon Ekpa is not a problem of Nigeria. And by the way, Finland is not a banana republic. They will never, never extradite their citizens to Nigeria. I give you the word. I use the word never. Prove me wrong. A lot of you guys are telling me, oh, what about Nnamdi Kanu that is arrested? Nnamdi Kanu was never arrested. He foolishly traveled to Kenya, which he should never have done. And they kidnapped him from there. You have to differentiate it. Okay? They basically kidnapped him. There was no paperwork. When Nnamdi Kanu was in London, why wasn't he arrested? Shortly before Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in Kenya, he was in Houston, in America. He was in Germany. He was traveling. He was in Tokyo. Nobody arrested him. But when he go to lawless countries like Kenya, Nigeria, Niger, then they will take you. It's a country whereby the rule of law does not exist. Finland is not like that. So I beg you to be different, that Finland will never extradite Simon Ekpa, regardless of which crime you accuse him of. I actually take my time to look at the crime or allegation, basically, that the police or the NBI in Finland said they are investigating against Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa did not do anything against the country that he lives in. You said he's doing something on the internet, he's inciting. So it's got to be hard for you to prove it. And I'm going to guarantee you, even when you prove it, Finland will not ship Simon Ekpa to Nigeria. Take my word to the bank. because nobody respect Nigeria, the state that respect rule of law, justice, equity. We don't know that. So, ladies and gentlemen, relax your mind and fight your problem that you have and stop looking outside. Simon Ekpa is not the problem of Nigeria. The people that are at home, the governors, the local government chairman, the senators, they are the problem of Nigeria, just as they are the problem of the northern part of Nigeria that are basically lootings, all of the raw mineral resources that is available in that area in the name of security. Is Simon Ekpa the problem of Nigeria that you can't travel from Lagos to Abuja on your own? Is Simon Ekpa the problem that you cannot travel from Abuja to Kaduna on your own? Is Simon Ekpa the problem that insecurity is all over our road? Is Simon Ekpa the problem that the police are kidnapping citizens, collecting money from their hand? Please spare me of that story, man. Leave the guy alone, man. He's not coming to Nigeria. Let me...
So guys, you guys have listened to what this young man said in this video. Now, to be honest, Finland is not a lawless country, because people have been waiting for them to bring back Simon Ekpa to Nigeria. But it shows you that the law governing Finland is a very strong law. Finland is not a lawless country like Kenya, like Nigeria. See the way they easily adopted Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. People were even saying if Nnamdi Kanu was aware that this Kenya does not even have a good law system, he would have left there immediately. Because imagine, after everything Nigeria were saying, let's extradite Simon Ekpa to Nigeria, what still happened? Finland still kept him in Finland. They never obeyed what Nigerians were saying. It shows how strong the law is in Finland. So Finland is not a lawless country like Niger, Nigeria, and Kenya. For Kenya proved to us that their country is lawless by the way they easily adopted Nnamdi Kanu. And the worst part of it was that the Kenya government and the Nigeria government had to collaborate to bring him back to Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu was never arrested. He was kidnapped from Kenya. And after the Kenya government has found out that, oh, what they did is very wrong, he had to give a court order saying that the Nigerian government have violated international law as well as Nnamdi Kanu's human rights. So because of that, they should release him, that it was an illegal abduction. That is what the Kenya government court was not saying. So now, like I told you guys, what are we really talking about? Talking about Nigeria must be ready to comply to Kenya court order. If not, Kasala go bust. Obeying the court order of Kenya is not weakness, it is wisdom. It brings peace, shows respect, and protects everyone's rights, and makes Nigeria a country we can be proud of. So, if Nigeria says that they cannot obey Kenya court order, it shows that this Nigeria is a very weak country. Yes, it shows that Nigeria is a very weak country. So, them obeying it doesn't really show weakness. It doesn't show. It shows that like they need to bring peace, need to respect, because you guys know what comes if Nigeria does not obey Kenya court order. What comes there is sanctions. Kenya may sanction Nigeria from coming to anything, that from traveling to their country. They may sanction them because Nigeria have refused to obey their court order. So, like I told you guys, what may be the possible reason why I said that Nigeria needs to comply immediately to avoid comply immediately to avoid problem from Kenya, because you guys know that these countries are two African countries, and if they don't respect, if they don't obey themselves, problem may happen. Now, Nigeria needs to gain respect. If Nigeria obeys the court, other countries will respect us more. It shows we're a country that follows the law, not the one that does anything anyhow. So a lot of people are angry because of what happened to Nnamdi Kanu. If Nigeria obeys the courts, it can reduce that anger and stop possible violence everywhere. If the government can kidnap someone without following law tomorrow, it can happen to anyone obeying the court. Yes, if the government can kidnap someone without following the law, that means tomorrow a government can come and kidnap somebody. Yes, a government can come and kidnap somebody in Nigeria. That is how it is, because they will be like, they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, so why would they kidnap an ordinary civilian? So that is how it is. So it can happen to anyone. So obeying the court helps protect all of us from illegal actions, right? So Nigeria needs to obey what the court says. When you admit your mistake and correct it, it shows maturity. Nigeria will look like a serious country that can admit when it's wrong and fix it. It shows that, this country is a strong nation. if they can correct what they say, it shows that, oh, this country is a strong nation. Do you think Kenya has admitted what they did was wrong? Yes, Kenya admitted that, oh, the way they collaborated to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu is wrong. They admitted, and do you know what that makes Kenya? It makes Kenya a bold country. It makes Kenya a strong country. But Nigeria don't understand that one. So by doing the right thing for Kanu, Nigeria sends a message: we are ready to give justice to anybody, no matter what you're from or what you believe in. If Nigeria refuses and other countries start talking or acting against us, it becomes a big shame. So it's better to obey and avoid national embarrassment. Because if you don't obey Kenya, it's going to tell everybody that, oh, it's giving people so many impressions about Nigeria. So let's avoid national embarrassment. Let's avoid Nigeria being won in international cases, because it's just giving room for us losing in international cases. When people feel that there's no justice, they may protest or fight back. So obeying the court can help reduce stress and workload on the army and police. Yes, because we've come to a place whereby all these protests that is happening in Nigeria is because of, oh, they have seen that there's no good justice system in Nigeria. There's no good justice system. So if people will feel that because of there's no justice, let them fight, let them protest and fight. Oh, that's why all this protest is taking place. But if we obey the court, it can help reduce stress and all this workload that police are using to buy people up and down on in the name of protest. To be honest, it can help reduce their workload. If the government obeys the court, it may lead to peaceful discussions with Biafra agitators instead of fighting and bloodshed. Obeying the court will show that, oh, Nigeria is a strong nation that follows the law, even if it doesn't always agree with the person involved. But it will show that, oh, this country is a strong nation. It mustn't have to. It mustn't have to. It mustn't have to agree with the person involved there. But you obeying, it shows that, oh, Nigeria is a really strong nation. When you lead with justice, people respect you. But if you lead by fear or force, people may pretend to follow but still resist inside their hearts. So obeying the courts is not weakness. It is wisdom. It brings peace, shows respect, and protects everyone's right, and makes Nigeria's country. It makes Nigeria a country we can be proud of. Yes, that's what it does. So guys, I want you guys to listen to what this man has to say based on Simon Ekpa's case, as well as Nnamdi Kanu, the way he was illegally adopted, and the way Nigeria has made a fool of themselves in this Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu's case. So guys, just be with me. I want you guys to actually watch to the end, so you guys will listen to what's really going on in this Nnamdi Kanu's case. Just listen to this video, guys, and I'll be right back.
Yes, all right, dear friends, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, all of you, depending your time zone and where you are watching and hearing me from this very wonderful Sunday evening. I hope you guys are doing wonderfully well, and I hope you guys are doing great. Yes, my brothers and sisters, I need to bring to speed to what is happening, because I told you in the phase 2 of this, our liberation struggle to freedom. Now, strong things will be happening and people will be exposing themselves. And that is what is happening everywhere that you see now. Now I am telling you, Biafrans, genuine Biafrans, because it's not all of us that are here that are genuine Biafrans. There are people who are praying to see the downfall of Madam Ngozi Orebweze, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, and our great leader, Nnamdi Kanu. Like I always said, listen, it is only the truth that will stand the test of time. I told you people before now that Nigeria is gone. Mazi Simon Ekpa promised Nigeria 2 things. I will end the Usman Danfodio legacy in Nigeria. I will be the end to Tinubu's administration, and I will be the end to Tinubu, and that has come to pass. And you know what? Nigeria has had it on. Do you understand what I mean? It is now over for Nigeria, because they understand that they can never stand Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Simon Ekpa in Kenya, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has defeated Nigerian government in Kenya. In Nigerian court, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has defeated Nigeria in their own court as well. That is to show you that what we are doing, We are doing something that is meaningful, that is not against the laws of UN anywhere in the world. It's not against any law. Now you can see the way they rushed, kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Anybody who saw the arrest and the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will think that this guy is a terrorist. Now you could not come to the court to, prove your case. You could not come to, defend your case. You are sending people, covering their faces. Can you see how shameful that you people can be? How shameful you are. That is what Nigeria is known for. Corruption, terrorism. This is who Tinubu and the former president of Nigeria is. They are worse than evil. Muhammadu Buhari and this Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they are worse than evil. I'm telling you. Now, these are the people who went to pay money to the Igbo brothers of ours so that they can come and testify against Mazi Simon Ekpa. These are the men who said Simon is a terrorist. Simon is terrorizing the southeast. Simon is terrorizing the whole Nigeria. Simon is killing Nigerian soldiers. These are the men who said it. But they could not come to that same Finland when the opportunity set itself in to come and defend their cases. That is how you know how corrupt Nigeria is. Nigeria is a very corrupt country, I'm telling you. And today, look at it. The people that they paid money, including Ogenkere, the people that they paid huge amount of money to come and destroy what we are doing. You can see how they started exposing themselves. Because of greed. Because of greed. Ogenkere refuses to bring enough money out so that they will share within themselves. When I said these people were shouting, attacking me. But my words may not be meaningful to some of you. Well, because you people are very shameless. Very shameless indeed. You don't have shame. Adadi Oramma came out the other day now insulting APM. You think you don't know who we are? You think we have forgotten all the evil that you have done to us? You think so? You think so? We have everything in record. And I'm telling you, you can never escape this. None of you will escape it. Vam claimed that, the whole turnaround in the whole, brigade fallout now, the same brigade that told us that Mazi Simon Ekpa told them the reason of this fallout, and you see, the reason of this whole misunderstanding in their group is because of one thing. They went to Finland and the Prime Minister told them one thing. One thing, and that is that thing that he told them that is destroying their cabals. These are the people that you thought were looking for Biafra for you. When the Adadi Orama comes to talk, you see people telling her, ride on, the terrorists. Have you ever seen an Hausa man calling themselves terrorists? Have you ever anywhere in the Yoruba land calling a Yoruba indigenous person a terrorist? Why is it that it's only the Igbos that call themselves terrorists, and whereas we are the most loving and peaceful people in the world? That is what Adadi Arama is calling Ngozi Orakwe. That is what Adadi Arama and Van is calling the USB that Adadi Arama went to Finland to be a signatory to. And you allow the same terrorists to come to Finland. This is how they play. This is how they roll. This is their game. This is who they are. When I tell you that these people are worse than evil, you think we're joking. They are animals. They don't care about humans. I told you. Vam is acting because he was giving money. All these people that you see attacking Ngozi Orakwe, attacking me, attacking Chuk Survivor, attacking Ugo 247, and every Biafran people that, talk about the evil that they are doing, all of them have been paid. They can't pay me for my freedom. It's not possible, not on this planet Earth, I'm telling you. I can never be paid for my freedom. As long as I voted to leave Nigeria, I am defending my own vote. Look at it. Look at the results. It started playing out. More is to come. This one that you are seeing is even small. More is to come. More is to come. These are very shameless individuals, very shameful people indeed. People that sold their conscience to the devil. Imagine Ogenkere telling us that he asked the men on ground to stand down to prove a point. And the Nigerian government, Christopher Musa and Tinubu, went to the southeast and massacred our people without any remorse, without any provocation. And you want me to sit here and be happy? You want me to sit here and be happy? We have come to make sure that Nigeria will never exist under our watch. I want to bequeath my children a good nation, a Biafran that is sustainable, not this kind of Nigeria. All of you that are selling Alaba market, how many times do they come to lock your shops? How many times are the Yorubas coming to intimidate you, ask you for money that they didn't work for? If you don't pay them that money, they will lock your shops. How many times have they set your shops on fire? How many times? How many times did things happen to us and we would have sense? Nnamdi Kanu is in DSSS dungeon today. Why? Because of you and I. And we are all comfortable. When we ask us to stay at home, you will say, no, oh, they are destroying our economy. The money that they have been generating before this sit at home started, and even from Tuesday to Saturday, what are they doing with it? Can you see how people are suffering in the southeast and all over Nigeria today because of Tinubu's administration and Christopher Musa? Can you see it? Is it IPOP that is killing everybody, or rather, not IPOP is even nothing? Is it, what is he called, Nnamdi Kanu, or Simon Ekpa, or Dr. Ngozi Orebode that is killing people in the whole of Nigeria today? The answer is no. It is the same Nigeria that is calling us a terrorist, that is terrorizing the same Nigerians. Every small thing, Tinubu will come out. Christopher Musa will come out on social media, on internet. Oh, get Simon arrested. Simon is the problem of the insecurity in the southeast. Now, what is happening? Why is Brekete family not talking anymore? Why is Bianca Olowu not talking? Why is everybody quiet now that knows how to do it better than Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa? Why is all of you quiet today? None of you can talk again. When they give you people small change, small money, ego, obele ego, you people will start spasmagaring, doing a. At the end of the day, you cannot talk when they are now unaliving your people. These are very shameless people. These shameless people indeed. Very shameless. They don't have shames. At the end of the day, you see them come on national TV. I thought you are the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Bianca Olowu. Why didn't you come to Finland case? To face Simon Ekpa, or what is your name, Christopher Musa? Why didn't you come to Finland to come and face that madman that you called a small boy, that madman that is a nobody that is destroying the southeast? The moment Mazi Simon Ekpa was removed, you people went and started unaliving our people without any provocation. And you think we're going to sit here to watch you people do that anymore? It is very, very appalling. Nigerian has no clue of what is coming. They have no clue, I'm telling you the truth. They thought they would jail Mazi Simon Ekpa. They thought they would have brought him back to Nigeria. They thought all their bribery and corruption would work on Simon Ekpa. But they were disappointed. Yes, really, I can tell you that they were disappointed. Because Europe is not Africa. They were disappointed. The trial went on, and I want you to understand that the trial has ended. Nigeria was not able to provide any reasonable evidence against Simon Ekpa. That is how shameful you are. And you didn't tell them that Simon has taken you to the International Criminal Court. They have sued you. You didn't tell them that. Anyways, Biafrans, I want you guys to understand that I think in a week from now, Simon will be regaining his freedom, because every paper for his freedom would be, attended to by next week, and from there he will walk free. And I want to tell you this, that there is not going to be any condition attached to his bail. They can never tell him to stop fighting for Biafra. Never, not on this planet Earth, because it is not a crime in the international world. And I keep telling you this, that what is a crime here is that when somebody is working without any provocation, you attack that person, it's a crime. You go to jail. But as long as that is not what Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing, he can never. Nigerians are the one in trouble. Number one, they forcefully accused the man, locked him up for 6 months, as they claimed. Two, they went as far as Kenya to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. And today they are still battling to see one thing to convince him with. Can you see how shameful they are? Very, very shameful. How can you call that country a country? And that is why most of us will go to embassies. We are traveling with Nigerian passport. They keep rejecting you, bouncing you back, throwing you back. When they see you with Nigerian passport, they have heavy security watching you, you know, checking you. Even you go through punishment because you are carrying a green passport. Passport that does not have swag anywhere in the world. Have you ever seen such passport before? Very shameful people indeed. More is to come. More is to come. Now, Adadio Rama is fighting APM. APM that stole Biafran's money. APM that Enugu State governor and the Nigerian state paid money to destroy Obatobi. And when I said it, they started fighting me. Oh, now they have agreed that the money changed hand. I'm resurrected. Thank you, Biafrans. May God bless you all. I will be here to tell you nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth. I'm telling you. Anywhere I hear puke that is the truth, I will come and throw it to you. Look at what Adadio Rama, Sonia Arawa, Ogenkere wanted to do to over 80 million Biafrans, including our mothers and our father that voted legitimately to exit Nigeria, to truncate all those things, to tear those documents and throw them into the trash. That is how to tell you how wicked Ogenkere and his group, and they will never go scot-free, not on this planet Earth. Wait until our Prime Minister is out. And I keep telling the Nigerian government, I will continue to repeat it, that remove all your terrorist army, your police, any of your military apparatus in the southeast before it gets too late. Because when these two legendaries come out, I don't think you have chance of escaping, believe you me. Because they will defend Biafran land to their last blood with what they have gone through.
Why is Nnamdi Kanu still in prison? Can anybody tell me why? Why do you lock him? Since you lock him up, what differences does he make? When Nnamdi Kanu was in London, Nigeria said this guy was the problem of Nigeria. This guy was the problem of insecurity. Now you got him about 5 years ago. Has that problem stopped? And who actually tell you that if Simon Ekpa is being silent right now, the problem will stop? These are problems that is created by the ruling class, by the governors, by subsequent government to siphon money. It's just like a typical example of what is happening in the northern part of Nigeria. Do you actually believe there's anything called Boko Haram? There's nothing like that. That's the government sponsor agent. We all know it. Do you believe that Zamfara State, those territory that is being taken over by Boko Haram, is Boko Haram? No, it is government that is controlling the land because there are raw mineral resources in that area that need to be taken, and they don't want any external body to near that place. During Buhari time, in the height of insecurity, German foreign minister came to the north and she went into the bush. I will find the video and show you. The lady traveled to Nigeria with her own security. What is German foreign minister doing in Zamfara forest? Can you actually tell me what is she doing there with her own security? Is because they came to secure their own property, which is the gold that is being mined in those areas. So they make sure that nobody near that area. They destroy villages, they clear every land, and they concentrate. Then they tell you insecurity, insecurity, insecurity. It is all a joke. Okay? Our people has become commodity in the hand of government, and Tinubu is not different. Those are just the fact. So now you are blaming Simon Ekpa. Stay far away in Finland. Far away in Finland, you are thinking this is the guy that you need to arrest to stop insecurity. And I see a lot of Igbo leaders telling that they can't go to their village because of Simon Ekpa. So it is good they arrest him. Okay, I wish you luck with that. But I want to guarantee you there are 100 Simon Ekpa in waiting. As soon as that guy is silent, another one will rise up again. The only way you can clear this problem is fighting corruption and be willing to govern your people very well. As long as you neglect that particular important part of governorship, then you always have a problem. For me, Simon Ekpa is not a problem of Nigeria. And by the way, Finland is not a banana republic. They will never, never extradite their citizens to Nigeria. I give you the word. I use the word never. Prove me wrong. A lot of you guys are telling me, oh, what about Nnamdi Kanu that is arrested? Nnamdi Kanu was never arrested. He foolishly traveled to Kenya, which he should never have done. And they kidnapped him from there. You have to differentiate it. Okay? They basically kidnapped him. There was no paperwork. When Nnamdi Kanu was in London, why wasn't he arrested? Shortly before Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in Kenya, he was in Houston, in America. He was in Germany. He was traveling. He was in Tokyo. Nobody arrested him. But when he go to lawless countries like Kenya, Nigeria, Niger, then they will take you. It's a country whereby the rule of law does not exist. Finland is not like that. So I beg you to be different, that Finland will never extradite Simon Ekpa, regardless of which crime you accuse him of. I actually take my time to look at the crime or allegation, basically, that the police or the NBI in Finland said they are investigating against Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa did not do anything against the country that he lives in. You said he's doing something on the internet, he's inciting. So it's got to be hard for you to prove it. And I'm going to guarantee you, even when you prove it, Finland will not ship Simon Ekpa to Nigeria. Take my word to the bank. Because nobody respects Nigeria, a state that respects rule of law, justice, equity. We don't know that. So, ladies and gentlemen, relax your mind and fight your problem that you have and stop looking outside. Simon Ekpa is not the problem of Nigeria. The people that are at home, the governors, the local government chairman, the senators, they are the problem of Nigeria, just as they are the problem of the northern part of Nigeria that are basically looting all of the raw mineral resources that is available in that area in the name of security. Is Simon Ekpa the problem of Nigeria that you can't travel from Lagos to Abuja on your own? Is Simon Ekpa the problem that you cannot travel from Abuja to Kaduna on your own? Is Simon Ekpa the problem that insecurity is all over our road? Is Simon Ekpa the problem that the police are kidnapping citizens, collecting money from their hand? Please spare me of that story, man. Leave the guy alone, man. He's not coming to Nigeria. Let me...
So for you guys listening to what happened there, you guys listening to this man, clearly, all these people that are against Simon Ekpa, he's not coming back to Nigeria. Finland is not like Nigeria, a lawless country. Finland is not like Kenya. So they will never extradite him back to Nigeria. They will never. Nigeria should be ready to comply with Kenya court order. Or if not, Kasala go boss. This is the reason why I say so. If they don't obey Kenya court order, the Kenya may sanction them, thus give them a travel ban. Not only that, it may bring diplomatic drama between these two African countries. So it's just better that Nigeria respect themselves and obey Kenya's court order. Because if not, Nigeria is going to make a fool of themselves and going to tell the whole world how lawless they are. I mean, portray a bad image over out there. People will say, oh, this country is so lawless. So they should just respect themselves so that they will be able to be winning international cases outside the country. If not, problem go there. Anyway, guys, that's all we have for today. Let me know your thoughts below. And also, if you know you're new to this channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, like and share, and turn on the notification button to be getting all the latest news in this channel. I hope you guys have been able to understand the reason why I say that Nigeria should be ready to comply to Kenya's court order. So guys, thanks for watching. See you guys in my next live section.